Welcome back in to another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show. Here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. Here we're going to go into Creation, the Sacred Universe, the Incubation of the Phoenix, Part 14 on this New Year's Eve. And I hope you have a wonderful, healthy, and wealthy New Year's. Let's get right into Creation, the Sacred Story, this beautiful spiritual story, starting with troubled waters. We of the hosts, the winged tribes, arrive in this age not just to materialize, but to literally walk among you as we clear the path for the godly presence. We are coming back at this time on a wave of light, a pulsation of new intensity. We have the ability to materialize through drawing atoms and molecules into our light fields, but it is not for this that we are here. We are looking for biological incarnations in the specific human beings whose present bodies have grown from fetuses that have unfolded along the vibrational patterns of our light. It is we who have designed your human bodies, but you have grown up in a civilization that denies both our presence and our reality. And so we breathe in you again and again, each breath fuller than the breath before, each pulsation brighter, each new communication clearer, penetrating further into your understanding. Let us awaken you, we who have formed you in the womb, we who have called you from the tomb of sleeping matter, you whose physical circuitry mirrors our being, welcome us into your consciousness. When you experience our spirit presence, you know yourself in the image of that which God holds for you, the image of perfection in which God has created you. God's living image of you reflects God. It does not rest frozen like a photograph in a frame. The perfect images in which God holds each human being are alive and changing, flowing, fluid images. One day a servant, the next a lover, the next a sister, a brother, a spouse, a teacher, or a friend. All the aforementioned are one and the same as you meditate upon it. We understand God's images for humanity, for that is what we are. We are individualized, living images of God designed to draw more than just your physical bodies into our energy patterns. We are designed to blend with your consciousness, with your understanding, and with the field of your emotional expression. We are here in the atmosphere of your consciousness to draw you into clear and accurate perception that together in cooperative harmony we might commence a new cycle of creation. We come to the earth to blend with you in the communion that will give birth to the Creator in time. We work with whatever forms of understanding you allow us to animate. Our love has called up out of the earth the bodies of your race. Feel that love and know your spirit. We offer you more than words. We offer ourselves. O children, we have lived and died in so many of you, and we live in you again and again and again. Your fearful human generation are like waves of cold seawater on a mountain stream, splashing on our warm, eternal shores. You can keep being afraid and receding with each cold wave to experience again, and yet again. Or you can begin to watch the waves of your generation's fears, the waves and pulses of your society's illusions, the waves of emotional control, and realize that you are not the waves. The humanly defined world is constantly in change. It has its momentary drama, a wave of emotional turmoil that seems to have the ability to put fear into the hearts of ones more than ever before. But no matter how wild and turbulent the waves of your culture's gods become during these last days before such illusions vanish, be not the waves of fear, nor influenced by them. The birds have always floated on the surface of such waves. Storms have crashed armadas, sunk galleons, and watched angry warriors perish beneath their fury. Ever the birds have floated undisturbed above the wreckage, above the turbulence, above the waves, gentle, serene. We are the bird tribes, returning to assist our fledglings. We are the rebirth of the symbol of God's freedom and renewal, the Quetzal, the phoenix. We are the colors of the rainbow and the wondrous pulse of the waves of energy throughout the cosmos. We are the hosts to welcome you back into the house of God. Times need not be troublesome for you humans of this closing age, for wherever there is just one that does not succumb to the emotional undercurrents of fear that would herd you like sheep into some collective folly, there radiates an influence of peace, stability, healing, and blessing. God will amplify the influence of that one and blend it with the influence of others who are incarnate and doing of the same. Through these will pour the peace and understanding as well as the strength and direction. No sea shall rise against them. Calm the troubled waters. We are come to calm the troubled waters of collective emotional storms, to walk upon them in our understanding, to bring the waves of love to a human world manifest tossing still in the troubled sea of illusion and disillusion. We bring the lamp of peace that comes from trust in God and trust of God's laws and balance with total harmony within the creation. We bring the torch of wisdom that resolves human differences through commerce, communication, forgiveness, honesty. Loving our enemies, we have no enemies, nor anything to fear. Our torchlights beckon from above the waves of human turbulence from the realms of God perfection to bear his truth and that of the creation onto a people who have forgotten. The consciousness of the Eternal One shines forth from each light we bear. Those who struggle and clutch at wreckage and the turbulence below cannot harm us or our kind. They can only become us in time, dear ones, for it is from them, from such raw material, that the egos of our universal species are drawn. Do not subscribe to the passing illusion of this age. Do not blindly follow the archaic warrior programming that leaves you unconscious, an automaton, a puppet controlled by those who have for centuries made it their business to map and chart the currents of fear. Realize your choices. Should you feel a habit of violent reaction, whether in thought, word, or deed, realize that it is only yourself with whom you strive. Do not contend so anxiously with yourself. There is only one of you here shadowboxing on the wall. Defend yourself from this alone, the programming of unconscious fears. Every time a human being reacts violently toward another being, instead of communicating in communion, that person is hurting him or herself, no more and no less. For you cannot hurt of another unless that other accepts thine abuse. The essence of intelligence is simply this. It is always to your advantage to cooperate rather than to retaliate, for you actually only retaliate upon self. There are not others that you perceive as foes, but those of your own household, your family. Let them become your friends and partners in the healing and educational work of these times. Do not take them or yourselves so seriously. With lightness in your heart and glory beneath your wings, rise above the waves of emotional concern that would draw you beneath their surface. Feel the love that is restructuring every human illusion, must restructure every human illusion. We come in this age to calm the waters of human emotional turbulence, that you might see in correctness of vision, direction, and truth your way in the path of light, and away from the abyss of dark passages. We have allowed the turbulence to swirl the waters this past, well, to help the egos to learn. But the Creator has appointed an end to history, and we are the means of the calming. The water is calmed wherever we stand. We walk on the water in singing, that you might hear and see. Pure water, a human heart in love. Clear water, the eyes of God all-seeing. Standing above the swirling seas of illusion, you see the radiant light of 10,000 other beings such as yourself, light beings, winged ones, the Ogwalhunwi, the thunderbirds, the Wombly returning. Your love for these sisters and brothers of old bursts from your heart. Rays of brilliant light shoot between you. 10,000 bridges of light connect your hearts as the bridge to and from infinity. And beneath luminous bridges the light falls joyously in laughter on the swirling seas. These waters, too, are calm, the waters beneath the bridges, that none be lost to the whirlpools in the darkness. Up out of the angry seas others rise to join you. They leave behind their petty claims upon this, that, or the other moment. Into one larger moment they merge with you, into one moment magnificent. They feel the network of light that engulfs the planet. They become a part of it. They awaken into the energy of the children of light. By your side, they experience the teamwork and cooperation of the real peoples. They see, you see. Something is touching down upon your earth, something from the stars, beloved brethren. Something is landing upon the still waters of hearts that trust in God, speaking to the hearts of people who love. Each wave of time splashing upon the shores of memory brings another moment, another doorway, another opening, inviting the awakening children of the earth to feel the flutter of spirit in their consciousness, to feel the brush of angel wings, to allow the waters of their hearts to be still and to live each moment with greater love, honesty, caring, and compassion than ever before. So it is that the balance of the sacred hoop is restored, the sacred circle of infinity. Moment by moment, you become more incarnate. Eternal being, when you examine the nature of that pure essence of beauty behind the perfection of both masculine and feminine, you find God. Because at the source, at the core, at the heart of all that is feminine is God. And at the heart, at the core, at the source of all that is masculine is God. The same God, the one, the great spirit. Such is the nature of God. God is indescribably beautiful, indescribably wonderful, indescribably precious, powerful, gentle, real. God is these qualities to such a perfect extent that God's only challenge is to pursue description of such indescribable perfection. So the Great Spirit picks a place in the infinite ocean of space, draws a line, and calls it time. Then, making the first distinction, God says, "This line separates everything that has happened before